Good morning. Um, Welcome back. Uh, so, just like the title says, today we're going to be building some colony infrastructure stuff, and really, what that means is tech gack, as my old boss would say. So we're going to be a little bit non-specific in exactly we're building, but some sort of industrial cool things that look good from afar when you're flying up, a spaceship. Um, yeah, and I had a request to play with using some meta balls, and it's been a while since I've done that, so I thought that'd be cool too. So, and I was initially going to use it to make landscape, but I think I might push myself and try to do something a little different with it. So we're going to make landscape first and then do meta balls. Um, and let's see. I want this to be fairly large. So let's create a plane. Just thinking to myself here, plane, and let's scale it by 10. So that's a 20-meter square. Rotation scale, apply. Now let's go through and edit some, and let's just e e e e cool. And we could keep it straight, but it doesn't matter. Like if we go to there, we can go e e e e e e. The last one didn't get straight, but it doesn't super matter anyway. Select these faces. In some ways, I like it being a little off-center more. It just makes it feel better to me. Going for again for that cliffside action. I like having one of these cliffs. It just seems to be something I've been into lately. 3 E E E E E E E. There we go. So we got a little bit of a cliff thing going on like that, and I think that should be enough geometry. If not, we can always make it bigger. Let's just move some stuff around so it's a little less. We'll turn on proportional and make it bigger just to give us some. The geometry nodes are great, but they do work a little better if things aren't perfectly lined up everywhere all the time. Yeah, okay, that looks all right. And now let's save and dip. We at 230802-1 live stream colony infrastructure. It's such a nothing word. It's great. Okay, so let's add our geometry stuff, our terrain nodes that we have come to so love. This is one of the best things I have found. Best $5 I spent on Gumroad in a long time. And there's the free version too. You don't even need to spend money. I just like the $5 one a little better. Terrain. There we go. And let's just say cube. Where's a 2? That's a person roughly. Okay, yep, that works for me. Coming in here, do we want to even adjust it? This actually looks pretty good. I don't think we need to do much to it. Well, actually, there was one thing I wanted to do. as I think about it. As I live and breathe. Let's edit. And that would be, I want to take, say, this piece here, and extrude an EGZ. Fine. Turn off O. Tab and turn this back on. So I have this weird rock pillar thing. And I think I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I think it's still a little too, this one might need some subdividing. And add some there. Turn back on. Okay. I mean, it's still very square looking, but that's fine. Like, that does happen in real life. But I wanted to build us something like this because I wanted to make something for the metaballs to go around. Just for fun, right? I mean, it's the only reason we're doing any of this, but that looks all right to me. I think maybe I want to give myself a little bit more ground though. So let's just come over here and yeah, there we go. And tab, and we'll just do again our thing. Just distorting it out a little bit. Turn it on. Okay, so now we got more ground to play with, which I think will be helpful. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and apply this terrain. You don't necessarily have to, but I'm going to. And now I'm going to do some metaballing. Let's shift A, mesh, or not mesh, sorry, metaball. And we'll start with a cube. I use a lot of metacubes. Let's scale it up a bit. And Alt D, S, X, Alt D, R, G, S, X, G, Z, and G, Z. There we go. And we're just going to kind of build around this thing, I think. We come back here and grab the first one and Alt D, S, X. Grab the first one again. Alt, no, Alt D, S, Y. Alt D. Just going to create something of a structure. Hey, Anmi. Yeah, I try to be most days. Done with my dentist appointment on Monday, so I'm back. It's X. We're just creating essentially a bullshit starter thing with metaballs, because I mean, just like a metaball. Let's just create a ball one now. Scale it up and move it over here. So we got an actual, like a round thing. Bring it up. I'm just kind of trying to avoid this center pillar, which is why I created the center pillar, which is kind of funny, but you know. No, I want that one. No. This guy. No, you keep me that one. Nope. There you go, that one. There we go. Hi, Micah. Cool. And then Alt D. Fine. You want me to do it that way? Scale. SZ. Bring it up. Let's put that over here. Cool. And no, I don't know what any of this is yet. And that's part of the fun. Yes, I did get that. Good. There. And there. And I'm just making a shape. So that's like a really quick block in of something for a meta ball. I kind of think it's neat. I have no idea what this heap is yet. It's going to be industrial GAC and buildings and stuff eventually, but right now I don't know what it is either. And that's okay too. Yeah, okay, so now we've created all these meta balls. Let's do one more. Let's see. Meta ball. Let's do a capsule. Scale it. 7, and then G, bring it over here like that, and up and out. Yeah, so meta balls stretch to reach each other, obviously. They have a field strength, and they try to combine together. So they let you create something like this, and then we can come down to the end, and we can just, you can't join them. If you do Control J, it doesn't do anything. But object, convert to mesh, and now we have a single object thing with god awful crap geometry. But we can fix that with the remeshing tool. So if we quad remesh it, 5,000 polys. I don't want to do hard edges on this one. I don't think, not yet. And remesh. It thinks, yep. And now we should have pretty good geometry for this thing. Yes. I'm glad you liked yesterday. Yeah, it turned out well. I had fun with it. This one, this could be okay. I think, yeah. I'm going to do a little bit more to it, though. I don't like this here. So let's see the best way to do this is. We might just be able to grab 3 here, to here, to here, to here, to here. Fill this sucker in. Dot. Is that all? Yeah. And SX0. Not with proportional editing on. Although maybe actually with proportional editing on. Turn on proportional editing, but way down, just so we get a little bit smoother. Yeah, there we go. We get that straight line now. I like that better. I'm gonna do the same thing over here, I think. Go up to here, to here, to here, to here. And I don't know that I want those 3, although I don't know that matters. Cool, SX0. Flatten that down. Yeah. That feels better to me. Let's save. So we got this structure thing. Let's start paneling it or plating it. Select all, and random flow utility plate insets. We've already got quite a few subdivisions. I don't know, we'll need more. Let's see. Just for, so I can see what I'm doing. Object shade flat. So now we can see what it's actually doing. Okay, yeah. We need to give it a lot more than 1 inch depth. Let's give it a depth of like 0.5. That's a big depth, but kind of cool. Yeah, yeah, I like that. That's working for me. Wish I'd made this terrain even bigger. Yeah, the metaballs definitely get used for organic stuff all the time, slime molds, that kind of thing. I use them to make rock pillars a lot, but I wanted to try pushing to do something not organic with it because I do so much with it that is. I really wish I'd increased this land more. This is what always happens when you want to do that, though. Damn it. And it's already turned off. Well, it is what it is. We'll have to accept that. I might, we don't, but I might play with it. Let's see. We'll deal with it later, though. But I like this as a starting point. I think this is going to be okay. And I like that, like, we've used it to surround this space here. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know why they bothered, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, less now. Yeah, if this reminds me of slime mold now, I don't know. All right. So now, what do we want to do? So we got actually, we got a couple options. We could, although I do like this is the problem. Because one thing we could do, which would be neat, would literally just be select it all, do what we did yesterday, and tubes. And we want them to be the longest. We want 200 of them. I know it's going to think for a second. Minimum length of 0, max length of 25. Oh, we all do that. That's just a given. Ooh, some of those are just whacked out. That's because they're. Actually, let's undo. Let's go back to just that. So those are the top selections. That should still be good. Let's try with just the stuff from the top selected. See if we get a better. Now let's just take it to 50 for right now, just to play. That does seem like we're getting a better curve depth of 0.1. Much bigger. Yeah, maybe 0.2. Go for big F9. We want the longest. We want length minimum of 5. Alignment, number of aligned segments before turning. Let's go to like 8. Make them longer. And F9. Now let's take it to 200. See what it does. Now I should be able to turn off that, and we would just have the pipe thing floating around. We need more pipes. That's not enough. I don't know if I'm liking it, but I kind of like them together. So maybe we'll just allow that to be like this. Just give in to what it is. I can deal with that. Cool. And then might as well, we got the whole thing selected again, right? Yep. Shift Q. Let's give it some panels on those top sections. Radial, sure. Depth of 0.01. Yeah, 0.05. And F9, let's cut. Let's give it at least to cut. Do we see it? There's the panels. Are they cutting? I don't know. Looks like they are. F9. Let's keep playing with it. Oh, should have walk. Walk might give us more. Walk will give us more. But lots of little micro panels there. Maybe even too many, but I don't know. It's hard to argue that you have too many. You can't have too many micro panels. Let's make them a bit bigger though. 0.1. And thickness of 0.01. There's that inset. So just to give it, so you can see that edge a little bit better. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm digging that so far. All right, let's save. I don't like this guy right here. L, X versus. Okay, yeah, it's better. I didn't like how wonky round it was. It made no sense. Yeah, I think something like this from this angle would be cool. Like I said, if I wish it had a little bit more to the edge because it's going to be hard to show it not going off the page to show the entire structure. But we may not even need to show the entire structure. That's just my completeness coming into play. Now there's another wild and crazy one. L and L. Let's just get rid of those two. Better. Yep. Okay. It needs more cowbell. Well, yeah, clearly we need more cowbell. That's what Bruce Dickinson says. That is one of the funniest Saturday Night Live sketches of all time. It just is. Okay. Thinking. We need some verticality, and I think we need some cables. Both. And I think we need a person for scale now. Let's double check that we're not crazy. I mean, we are crazy, but you know, human generator. Add somebody. Perfect. Okay, that's almost exactly the right size for what I wanted. Always good when that happens. Yeah, cool. So we're on the right track there. And we can show like this too. You're gonna hear me try to convince myself that it's okay that I didn't make the landscape bigger for the rest of this stream. Just get used to it. I could tell already. I'm like, oh, but yeah. Always give your subject rooms to breathe, Seth. You know that. Okay, I'm gonna open up our kit bashing our asset library now. So let's pull that up, and I'm gonna take it off to a new window so I have room to see, and then close this. Okay. And I'm not 100% sure where we're going yet. Just kind of a fun place to be. I just want to find some parts that are a little less uniform than this. And when all else fails, let's start with some kind of a towery thing like this. Let's see, Alt-R. Something like that is just a cool piece. And scale it up. And bring it up. 7. And bring it over so it's kind of lining up like that. Yeah, it just gives us something to focus our eyes on, and it's going to give us something to run cables to. Both. You enjoy my mumblings? Yeah. It does look busy, but you have no texturing yet, and you have no fog yet. So those two things are going to calm that down quite a bit. Like right now, everything is sameness because it's all this gray. I'm not worried about that yet. I do want to add something else here. Let's one Shift S. All right, yeah, Shift S2. Shift S2. There we go. Mesh cylinder. I haven't done. I did this yesterday for fun, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a cool way to do this. So just to show it, I'm gonna make a kind of an interesting, a different way to make a pipe. We're gonna rotate it 90 degrees and scale it up even more and bring it out like that. Now we're gonna come in here and grab this point right here, set our cursor there. So it's that bottom point on the back out. Yes, the bottom point on that. And then 3, select this, and we're going to go to the spin tool. And we're going to spin, and let's see if it's got the axis correct. It does not. It's spinning that way. But if we can go there, no, it thinks it wants to be X. Yes. We're going to do that to minus 90. Oh yeah. And then E. That's a really easy way, that's too far, to create that kind of a elbow angle. If you have not tried something like that before, it's really cool. Works well for moving, and you can move anything too. It doesn't have to just be a circle. So like it's a great way to take an interesting shape and curve it around like that if you've ever wanted to get like a door edge or something. So yeah, just was like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. It's fun. So then we can grab this and make it bigger. And take this edge here and bevel it like that. There we go. Cool. Plenty of curses towards. I think the problem with the spin tool is you have to remember to set the yeah, I can speak. You have to apply rotation. That's the word I was looking for. If you do that, then it's a little bit more straightforward. But cool. We got that cool pipe. I like that. And let's add some more parts. What other parts do we wish to add? Let's see, clamps. Yeah, no. Do like some of these pieces though. This is I'm looking at. I know you can't see, but this is like a really old Kit Bash kit that I got like back in like 2016 or something. But I pulled it back out again. And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah. Um, and let's see. It had some neat parts. RX90. I like that shape. I don't think I like it there, but I like that shape. Makes kind of a cool looking thingy-mabobber. Where do we want to put him? I think we'll put him right here. Object, set origin to 3D cursor. Object, junction origin. Yep. Scale it up a bit. GZ, bring it up. Cool. Something like that. I can deal with that. And then maybe here. Oh, I don't want to be in the spin tool anymore. We could cut in. but I don't think we're going to bother. I think we're just going to let it sit for right now. All right. And maybe we should start giving some materials. You know me, I jump back and forth a lot, but I think we're starting to, I think that's starting to look really cool. I think we're getting somewhere. We've actually got this really neat underground thing too, which is fun. Like it's almost as cool upside down as it is right side up. Which, I mean, we could just take the whole thing and shift it, see what that did. I don't want to shift it sideways because then I'd lose this thing right here. But if I took the whole thing down a little bit, this gave us, oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 I dig on that. That's cool. Do we need to adjust this thing now again? ES, scale it out, and E. There we go. Yeah, I like it better a little lower. Save. Okay. Enough bullshit. Time to add some materials. Blender shaders. Mine. Grab our ground one that we've been using lately. Move over the shader window so you can see. And we need to A, U, cube project. There's our ground. Looking good. Now this piece is looking cool to me. I definitely like it. There's our plates, right? Yeah, did that with metal sheeting. Again, cube projection. I'm going to change the scale on it, I think, because it's got these cuts. But all right, do that now. AS10. 10 too much? Might be. I don't want to. No, that's okay. That looks all right. The white's not bad, but it goes against the vibe I'm kind of going for this universe, which is kind of a darker, grungier place. But I do like that plate there like that. Now let's see what happens if we take this thing and we give it the same gray. We need to tab A, U, cube projection, S, 8, R180, just to make sure things don't line up properly with the other one. Because what we want to do is going to here and edit it, and we're going to make it dark gray. Kill cap locks. Shading. Go away Eevee. And here, Shift A, search, hue saturation. Put it right before that one, and we'll set its value to 0.4. Now those sections are dark compared to the lighter ones of the other stuff. And it kind of looks like shading, but it's more than that. And I'm liking that. That's cool. These, what happens if we make these the dark one? The dark one. Cool. Okay. Yep. This is going to be the light one. And tab A, U, cube projection. Doubt we need to change it. No, it's fine. And this one is also going to be the light one. Cube projection. And this one, I think we're gonna make it a dark one. starting to get somewhere. Save it. We're not where we want to be yet, but we are starting to get someplace. Cool. And now we have some textures to look at as well, which I think at least helps me. I don't know if it helps everybody, but it helps me. And okay, I do want a few more colors though. So we're gonna come in here and select L, L. Yes, good, good, good. Those both work. L, L, L. Okay, and L. Yeah, at the top. Cool. Just selecting the major pipes. Add a new one. Assign it to grunge yellow because it just feels industrial. You can go too early with textures, so I try to find the right balance. Like I want to get the big shapes and not get caught in the weeds first, but yeah, I like having textures. I feel like this is looking okay, but we need more micro detail on some of these panels. They're all looking very sameness, which we don't want. So, and I think we probably are gone too late to be able to select it cleanly, haven't we? Because that's going to get us the sides too, right? Yeah. And I know I didn't, unfortunately, set it to use vertexes because I wasn't thinking about it. But that's okay. I don't want that. Okay, cool. We got time. Sometimes the advantage to doing things the wrong way is you have to work around it and you get something a little different than if you'd done it perfectly. So it's not, it forces you to change your process, which will change your output. Okay, so we've got that face selected. Tab, Shift Q, loop extrudes. 1, 2, 3. 0.1. Yes, and we're not going to loop from source. We want to loop off of our target. 0.1, 0.15, 0.25. And we'll set it to 75% with an overall cut of 1. That's cool, but I think we want to be deeper. 0.5. That's kind of interesting. I'm not sure I want it to have that many cuts though. Having said that, 4. I don't know. I think I want this one to, but maybe not the other ones. Yeah, that's better. Okay. We don't want to do this across everything, but we want there just to be enough breakup every once in a while that it looks like there's a reason. So let's see if we can't take these faces here. E, SZ0. Turn off proportional modeling. 0. And then I, E, up. How do I feel about that? I kind of like that. I'm even okay with that angle. That's all right. And then, yeah. Yeah, okay. Where are we at? 39. Okay, doing good. Let's do something similar on, I don't want to run the big pieces, but like these medium-sized ones over here, maybe. Let's come over here. Can we do that section? Shift Q, random loop extrude, 1, 2, 3, with one subdivision on that. I'm just gonna take this to like 1. Just make it even higher. Something like that. Okay, sure. Come over here and let's grab these and do the same thing. But we'll make it smaller. So it comes out a little bit. Probably something no one but me would ever notice, but you know, I'm into it. And ultimately, I mean, I'm making these for me, so hey. Okay, that's looking good. Where are we at color-wise again? Jump back. Yeah, okay. Might be time for some cables. How do we want to do that? There's a lot of different parts. Well, I think the first thing we're going to want to do, I want some cables coming out of these things almost certainly. Where do I want them going? That's another question entirely. Right now, maybe we'll just have them going nowhere, and we can see if we like it. So Shift AC, create cable. We'll just use Cable Rater for this one. To here. Wow. Let's get it in. Okay. This may be too big. We're going to save. We're going to try to do a simulate. That wasn't bad. There's our cable. Cool. Now let's do another one. Come to this object again. I don't know why it went sideways. I think I actually do. Oh yeah, it's because of the what I selected from. I selected from a side face. But that's fine. It doesn't really matter. DC, create a cable. Here, this time it'd be a front face, which is where I wanted before, to there. Shrink it in. Q, let's create another. From there to there. Okay. Now let's simulate it. And simulate it. Since it's being cooperative today. Yeah, those work for me. I like that. Yeah. It's only a matter of time before cables occur. Come on. Let's do the same thing over here. Create a cable. Start with the one here. We'll jump that down to there. Okay, and then we'll do another one from top to here, and then another one from the bottom to here. Cool. And simulate it. Off these ones longer, but that's okay. Should you see? Simulate it. And simulate it. And save. The starting of cabling. Just something like that. Yeah, I dig on that. And now, can we? I believe we can. Join those together. And now Q, or Shift Q, sorry. Utility, flanges and couplings, custom, heavy flanges, 3. Radius of 0.25. Yeah, there they are, maybe even a bit bigger. 0.33. Cool. Amount 2. Cool. They're subtle, but it really to me it adds just a little bit that I like to have these little knobby bits on there. More cables. Okay. This is kind of a flat surface. There's not a lot of place to put cables. But we will. We'll give you some more cables. Alrighty. Excuse me. Let's see. Before we do more cables, let's do some more of this stuff first. We'll come back. We're going to do more cables. But let's see. What do we find here? Is there anything here I want to use that I like for this sort of thing? Just looking at parts to see what it is that we've got and what it is that we want to use. Could make one of these myself, but they are handy to have. It's like a, let's see, scale that up. I like that. And Alt-R. So, do we want to use this thing? RY90. Do kind of dig it. Could do it here. And we could. I mean, not too big. It gets big. But I do like that. I could just build it on my own. Or I could just take this whole thing and slide it in that way too. That also works. Might just be as good for me, what I'm looking for. I like that. Okay, let's convert this to our grunge yellow from the original. There we go. There are so many good ways to break Blender. Why would we? I don't go looking for them. I think it would certainly work though, yes. Let's go look in our big, medium, small kit again. And I mean, we know we need some antennas, so we might as well start there. I mean, we know we need some antennas, right? You know, come on. This is like the one that I use every time because it's just the coolest antenna. But I mean, it is the coolest antenna, so you can do. Okay, yeah, dig it. GZ down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, breaking Blender is just not fair. It's like, you could break Blender. Yeah. Yes, I could. And oh, I know what we'll do. Yeah. We'll put that here. Alt-R. 7G. Yeah, that's cool. We'll need to just fix it. 2F E. There we go. I like that there. We're starting to get somewhere. Now, if I select solo this one, this is just our base form. I want it to get 3. Shift G, normal. I got a few more than I needed, but I'll just try Shift G, normal. Maybe that's too much. Well, a lot of that's going to be underneath the other things, but there we go. Yeah, that's cool. Some of this will get lost, but not a lot of it. That's fine. Random scatter. Again, our cube max of 0.25. 50 of them. And scatter. There we go. And materials. Nice cool emission. Add it. And strength 25. Should see some of those. Where are they? Scatter. I know they're glowing. Are they all underneath the other stuff? They shouldn't be. Well, let's turn my light off to see if I see any. Like 1. Oh, that's useless. Okay, we're gonna have to redo that. It was an interesting. Oh no, there are a couple, but let's delete it. Do it again. Select. No, not that. This one. Yes. Select those. We'll do it in stages, I think. And Shift G, normal. Okay. Shift Q, scatter, 200. There are at least a couple. I've added enough to the top that I don't know if the underside would look that interesting anymore, but it might. It's certainly possible. Mission. Let's see. There's some lights there. That's better. A lot of them are definitely underneath the other ones, which is a shame, but it's fine. That's cool. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I don't want it to be that 25. 10 should be good. Cool. And these, we'll just make them the dark right now. Dark gray. because they're mostly just going to be for silhouettes anyway. That's looking good. Here's what I'm going to convince myself that I should have, it's fine that I didn't give myself more room because I would like to have that as an angle. Let's see what we can get. Camera 65. We just change the depth. Clip in to like 500. That should be good. Yeah, let's go with 750 just to make sure. Lens, anamorphic. Resolution. That. Come down, 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 down. We are somewhat limited by the fact that I literally can't take it a centimeter more than that, but that's kind of cool. So, okay, fine. But you're looking what it looks like underneath. Right now, that's what it looks like underneath because we moved the ground down and adjusted it. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, not very, but that's just me. Now, let's see. Tab, Shift G, area. Really? They're different sizes? That's interesting to me. Shift G, area. Okay, that's better. Fine. Two cables, not cables, sorry. Tubes, again. 50. And we think. And I can't see where they went. Oh yeah, there they are. There's a couple. 9. Cuts. 1. Not already a lot of cuts, so don't know we need that. And you're thinking, and we probably didn't want to do this cut. Da 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 da. Come on. Yeah, we're going to uncut it, even if it takes us time again. Just cause that's just annoying. Cool. F9, and we're going to go with none instead of longest. Definitely starting to get bigger. And seed, we'll just change it so it's different from the other one. Okay. Yep, there's the new one, and we're going to make it yellow. Just to give us a little bit more division of shape. I actually don't love the size yet, but we can still fix that because it's just this depth of 0.1, much better, maybe even 0.05. Cool. Yeah, so those are smaller pipes, but that's better. And I think I'm gonna do that again. So again, select our space, make sure we select, we've got something selected. Yep, Shift Q, tubes, longest again, just cause. We'll change depth afterward. Seed. Let's give it a different one. Excuse me. Cool. Why is it turning right there with those aligned segments being like that? 10 and come on. 10, because I don't really care. I'd rather they look good than have a lot of them. I can always add more. And 100. Chugging along, thinking. Cool. Okay, then we select it, and we'll change it to yellow as well. And change the scale to 0.1. Makes it better. And we're going to get rid of this one. Actually, maybe we won't. We'll get rid of this one. Yep, cool. I see anything else that looks kind of weird? I mean, possibly if I get too close, but right now I think that's fine. Okay. Where are we at? We're at an hour. Cool. Doing good. Now, cables. I know how I do cables now. It has come to me. L. No. Okay. L. Shift hide. This one. That section. Okay. Cool. 7. Alt Z B. Shift D. P. No, I'm not P. Let's see. R X 180. GY. GZ. GY. Something like that. And cool. Shift Q. Cables. Cables mount 50. Thick cables. It needs to be much higher. They're going into the wall. Something like that. Cool. And with dark gray. Yeah, adding things like tubes are just a great way to get like some visual noise, particularly if you change the texture on them. It's something to remember. It's a good. I find it helpful for me anyway. Okay, so we got some cables there. Can't see from that angle, but that's okay. Angle up just a touch. There we go. Now, I think we need to do the same thing here with these bad boys. Let's just see if we can duplicate them. In fact, I know we can. RZ1E. No, can't do that. I know what we can do. Don't do that. Don't duplicate them. Mirror them. Cool. And it doesn't take us far enough. Can we? I think we can apply a mirror, can we? No, curves cannot apply a mirror. Maybe we won't. I'll just do it again. Like, how do we want to do this? Create a cable. I was trying to be sexy here. Didn't work. Select. Over to here. Q. The next one's going to be the center, or yeah, the center one to here. And Q, and the bottom one to here. And we might as well just do them all too. Center one to there. Top one to there. And the bottom one to here. Okay. JC, simulate K. Oh, let's save just to make sure. Simulate cable. Cool. Simulate cable. God, this is going fast again. I don't know why it completely bombed last time or several times before, but okay, cool. We got more cables now. And join them. Should. Cool. Both sides going off into the distance. Just to motivate what we've got, let us grab something like this. Scale it up. Or that. Maybe make it. Do you want to make it all the way big enough so I can grab everything? Let's see. Yeah, I'm all right with that. That's cool. Cool. Oh, and I don't like that. Okay. That cube needs to go away. Better. Okie dokie. 20 minutes left. Doing excellent. Just kind of looking at the shapes here. I wish I had something in the background, so let's go ahead and make something in the background. Just do a, I'm in edit mode, right? Just an ant landscape. Random seed, some number. That should be fine on subdivisions. S50. That's even gotta be bigger than that. Like that. Zero. Oh, it's wrong side. Over there. Something like that. Yeah, that feels good. Control A, rotation scale, tab, U, cube projection, and let's just give it our landscape. Red Desert Rock. And see what we got. Better. Do it one more time, actually. I think we can use the same landscape. Alt D, R90, GY, GX. Something like that. Cool. Cool. Just to be careful, bring it back a little bit, get it out of that clip. It was clipping into the terrain. I don't think we'll see it, but you know, hey. Okay. So now let's go grab our fog because this world can't live without it. It's kind of the point to this place. There. And let's just drop in so we can see what we're doing. S, Shift C. We'll scale it along that. Cover at least that. No, that's fine. Okay. Save. Now I'm still tweaking how I want this shader to look. So like it's already made, but I messed with it yesterday. I'm gonna mess with it some more today too. I haven't quite decided where I want it to be, and I think a lot of it depends on the lighting as well. So we come, our world is like that for an environment, and yeah, where's my fog? New scene collection, fog, and let's just hide it for right now. 0, cool. Lights, Shift A, light, sun. Let's see. We know we've got a sort of a thing we've been using, which is 4500 Kelvin, and usually 2 or 3. Let's take it to 3 today. And we've been doing a lot of backlighting, and it definitely looks cool. We can keep trying that, see how it goes. So it's kind of interesting without the fog. And then when we turn on the fudge, we get that. I mean, that's pretty cool. I do not hate that. I think we can go with that as our default. idea now. I want a few more blinky lights though. That obviously will not be blinking when we're looking at them, but a few more lights. So first, we want some on top of here. And I don't know. I always just like, I feel it's weird just to like spend time making lights that I'm just kind of going to use. So I give in kit bashing. And I don't really mind that. RY minus 9, no, RY 90, Control A, rotation scale. And I'm going to scale it up. Like that. I might even do I do two? That could be just interesting. One right next to each other. Okay. And then Shift D, and then I want to put one right here. Origin to 3D cursor, objects, geometry to origin. We'll turn it sideways. RY minus 90, GZ. Something like that. Sure. And then mirror it like that. Okay, sure. And then Alt duplicate it. RZ90. There, sure. And then there and there as well. That should give us some more red blinkies. And put one on top of here too. Okay, so let's Shift D, object, set origin, 3D cursor, set origin, GC. Okay, that'll be cool. That'll be good. Let's see. I want to possibly am I not? I'm in edit mode. What am I editing? That wrong piece. Want to edit? Oh, Alt hide. There we go. Cause it's hidden. Seth. 3L. Let's get rid of that. Yes. Because select this, and I want to insert in, and then in, and give it a new material of, I would say, glass. So we do have at least a little, there's one, this is like the control room, I would suppose, of this whole site. They don't need a lot of windows because, I mean, there's not a lot to see. And they're mostly going to just be doing it via electronics. but we won't see it from that first angle, but maybe from another angle it'd be cool. And from that first angle, do we want to add one here? Here would be cool too. Let's do that. L. Yep. Delete that part. Exact same thing. I want this tab. There we go. C I and E and then I E and then assign. Now we should be able to see it from that side. Yeah, no one wants to clean them. That's like, the shit job you give to the new guy. What are you doing? Your window cleaning outside in the ammonium sauna. That'd be great. It's 80 degrees Celsius and the air burns your lungs to goo. Go outside. Kids today, they never play outside anymore. I mean, kind of digging it. I think it looks pretty cool. Um, yeah. Um, it's not a bad angle. We've got some cabling, got some stuff. Um, just cause, and I know cause it'll make Micah happy. Let's go put some lights on the top of the antenna too. E plus sign, and let's go we haven't used a yellow light yet, so let's do that. Add material, and I'll make it like 20, so it's gonna be bright this time. Let's see. Yes, okay. And we've got a red. It's a tiny yellow, but it's bright enough. Yes, you do see a light pop there. Maybe a green in the other one, just kind of cuz. Let's try something different. Just again, to day UV sphere S.1, scale it up. Actually, we'll keep it ball still, but we will assign it to yellow. Now it's a bigger light there, so it'll pop more. Bing. Boop, boop, boop. And I don't know. Part of me wants to put a kind of a light down in here on this tower, but part of me really likes that it's going back into shadow. I don't like this blue light right here. So we're going to get rid of it. Yeah, that's better. I think I like that it goes into shadow. I don't think it needs a spotlight. Save. Let's just wheel around looking for another angle real quick. I like this camera, so let's just make a new camera. Make sure we don't screw up our first one if we find something cool. We want to kind of do something over here where we could see what's going on with this stuff. And we can do that. Now let's just come in. Now we can kind of see it. Is there fog really? There we go. Let's see. That's cool. Yeah. And now we can see sort of the cables and see how I'm hiding the fact that the world just goes away just past that. Can't tell. Okay. But that's neat. I think it might benefit from a person here, like on the top, just to set our scale. So why don't we put one in there? And character posed to K. A nice walk-in character. Like there. Yes, there's an update available for Photoshop. No, I don't care. Quit telling me about it. Okay. My dude's very small. Whoa, no, he's just way back there. Why did he get placed there? We don't know. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn off the fog so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Gee, we wanted him here. So of course, way the fuck up there. Oh, do we still have that other guy there too? Nice. Okay, let's get rid of this guy. This guy has lights, so we'll see him more, I think. But that's a scale we're looking at, which is tiny, and I like it. Let's see. Fog. You can't see him much. Do we like him better over here? Maybe we do. I can mess with this kind of stuff all day. It's like, oh, we're just putting a person in. What does it mean? Oh, you don't know. Oh, you don't know. Okay. And line them up. Now you can't see him at all, just this light. But it does give us somebody to move into later for another camera angle, so we'll leave him there. And see if we can find at least one more good camera angle. We could put him on the rock up there at the top. I kind of like having a bit of both. I don't know. We'll move him around maybe. So what do we want to show here? I think we want to kind of show one of the tower like that, maybe. Let's change it to 35mm lens. That should give us more room. Yeah. Yeah, like that's more of a, oh, that could be cool. Gives us the lights that boom, boom, boom. Focus on the tower. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's not awful. Not super. A ship up here would help though. But let's before. Feel like we're getting a little too much. Let's see if we can't come in a bit and do like that. Yeah, that would be better. Again, I can mess with this kind of thing for hours if I ever let myself go nuts on it. It almost feels like an animation background. It's kind of weird. Oh, man, I kind of dig that though. Let's bring it down. Not that far. we have a ground. And if we have a ground, well, then it calls out to put a person right there. Which kind of a person do we want to use? These are too small for me to see. That's better. Let's do this one. Seven. All right, we're just gonna fix this because it's pissing me off. Viewport display bounds. There we go. Now you're never gonna mess with me again, you little bastard. Auto relax. Yep. Bring him in. Where is he? Still too high. Go back a little bit. I think that will work nicely. And let's see. Am I correct? Will that work nicely? Yep, it will. Alrighty. Well, I think that's 3 out of 4. The fourth one's probably just gonna be a boring ass top down, but excuse me. But we're at time. I think we've built something cool. I'm happy with it. Thanks folks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It's always more fun to talk to people. And yeah, I'll get them posted up and share everything up and be back again tomorrow. The universal please like and subscribe that you're required by law to ask every time. And thanks a lot. Yeah, it was my pleasure, Anime. I like it. It's fun to do this stuff. I enjoy it. Okay, folks, have a great day or end of day if you're further east than I am. My day's just starting. And I'll see you again later. Have a good one. Bye.